The beginner's bodyboarding, this is what to expect. Many people think bodyboarding is all about jumping on a whitewater and riding that whitewater straight towards the shore laid on top of your bodyboard. That's what we call belly boarding. The idea with a bodyboard is that you can get waves and ride across them, ideally in an unbroken wave situation. That's called trimming. So the aim of the game with bodyboarding is not just to get you catching whitewater waves, it's to get you catching unbroken waves. And the way that you do that is as follows. The first thing is you need to be kitted up with the correct equipment. You need a super warm wetsuit so you're not going to be worried about the cold. You need a bodyboard which is a suitable size. My guideline for this is that you hold the bodyboard in front of you and it fits between your chin and the top of your knee. You need a leash. I recommend a coiled leash, ideally that goes around your bicep or your wrist, and you put that on your strongest arm. So for me that's my right arm. And you also need a pair of flippers, or swim fins as they're known in the bodyboarding world. And you might want to wear a pair of fin socks, so neoprene socks, because they'll make the fins a little bit more comfortable. Now, when you get to the beach, your bodyboard instructor is going to do a few things. The first thing he's going to do is going to tell you about safety, so how to wipe out, where rip currents are, any stationary objects that you need to be aware of, how to work around the crowd safely, and the flag system. The critical thing with bodyboarding is that bodyboards can operate in the swimming area, so in the red and yellow flagged area, that's where bodyboarders can go but surfers can't go. Bodyboarders with fins on certain beaches can also go in the black and white checkered flags as well, but if there's a red flag flying, nobody's allowed to bodyboard in those ocean conditions on that day. When the bodyboard instructor has got you to the beach, they'll ask you to warm up, and then they'll take you in the water without the fins on usually to start, and establish catching broken waves and riding them towards the shore. When you've caught plenty of broken waves, and you do that using something called the jump launch technique, jumping on the broken waves and riding them towards the shore, you'll get familiar with distributing your weight around the board in order to initially maximize the speed by moving forward, or slow yourself down by moving back, or move your weight onto the left rail to travel left, or move your weight onto the right rail to travel right. Now, when you've managed to accomplish those techniques, you'll then be taken back to the shore, and then you'll be introduced to your swim fins or flippers. Now, walking in flippers is a true challenge. You have to keep the toes pointed up towards the sky, and then when you walk in the fins forward, you make sure those fins don't get caught underneath you. When you get to ankle depth water, it's time to turn around and walk backwards out to sea, holding the nose of your bodyboard against your stomach and looking over your shoulder so that you make sure you don't fall over on the way out. Slide your feet along the sand, walking backwards, bit of a Michael Jackson moonwalk kind of move. Then when you get to waist depth water, maybe a little bit deeper, maybe as deep as your ribs or your chest, it's time to start paddling. To paddle on your bodyboard with swim fins on, you hold left hand on the front left hand corner, right hand on the front right hand corner. You lay with your weight right off the back of the board, and then you paddle out towards the horizon. The aim of the game is to get into the area of the ocean known to bodyboarders and surfers as the outback. This is the area beyond the broken waves. When you've found your way out there, the aim of the game is to catch an unbroken wave. The first thing to do to catch an unbroken wave is to identify the peak of the wave, so the part of the wave which is about to break. Put yourself in front of that peak and then point your board towards the shore. Hold onto the nose of the board, lock your elbows, push your hips down against the board, kick your feet as fast as you possibly can. This momentum and inertia will move you forward, the wave will pick you up, and then it will be like sliding down a really cool oceanic slide towards the shore. At that point, you can then lean on the left rail or the right rail, and that'll see you trimming across the unbroken wave. Now, these steps come after a lot of practice, but with bodyboarding, the incline of learning is much sharper than it is with surfing. So the goals become much easier. It's accessible to people of all ages, all physical abilities, and all backgrounds, and that's why bodyboarding is guaranteed smiles, and it's less tiring carrying the bodyboard around than it is carrying a learner surfboard around. So bodyboarding is a great way to become acquainted with the ocean very quickly. It's something that offers something for all abilities. So if you're super sporty, you may think this isn't too much of a challenge, but getting out beyond the unbroken waves and then learning some of the most gymnastic maneuvers that you can do with bodyboarding, which include 360s, cutbacks, rolls, aerials, tube rides. That's something that you can look to achieve with your bodyboard coach. Or if you want to look at the basics of bodyboarding, something that isn't too physically challenging, just catching whitewater waves and then looking to catch an unbroken wave can be what you're looking for with your lessons. So the thing with bodyboarding is the reviews are amazing after every lesson because everybody loves it, because it's just ultimate fun. You regress to being a child again, hooting and yipping about the great time that you have. So let us know what you think of the bodyboard lessons in the comments below, and any questions you have will come straight back to you. We look forward to hearing from you.